All right, we are back with another Pick'em video. Going to be going over my favorite plays for the NBA today. We got tons of games today. Pretty much every team is playing tonight, and that's because there's no games tomorrow on Christmas Eve. But then we pick right back up on Christmas, and they have a bunch of really fun games. So definitely a lot of value on the board today. We're going to be attacking that as best as possible. There's a game starting in like an hour right now, so we will try to get to that pick very quickly. If you see that, you see it, but if not, I got 4 more plays that you guys, are really going to like. I'm really liking them today. So if you're new to this channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe. We report daily content like this. Again, no NBA tomorrow, but we'll do an NFL video, a few games tomorrow for NFL. And then we'll pick things right back up on Christmas, try to get a video out then. So the grind continues. We continue to grow. Can't thank you guys enough for the support. Like the video so more people can see it, and then comment down below for the same reason. If you like one of these picks, don't like one of these picks, but also just helps more people see the video. But before we get into things, I want to shout out the sponsors, new sponsors of the channel, guys. Sleeper, you got to take advantage of this. If you're on the edge about Sleeper, go ahead and use code RICH, or even just hit my link in the description. Might be easier. You're getting up to $500 deposit match. So, typically this is $100. They're doing a little promotion right now where it's $500. So yeah, just let them know that I sent you there. Their app is awesome. They have lines that PrizePicks and Underdog can't have because PrizePicks and Underdog have fixed value. It doesn't matter what you pick over or under on any player on their page. Except for like the new Demons and Goblins and stuff on PrizePicks and the Chili Peppers on Underdog. But besides that, you can get a lot of plays that aren't on those platforms on Sleeper because they have a different payout system. But they're really cool. Check them out. Again, take advantage of that free $500 they're throwing at you. And then Chalkboard, up and coming. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, but if you haven't heard about it, their biggest thing is they have alternate lines. So no other platform has that in my from what I know. And so that means that like if you like Steph Curry tonight, and this is obviously might not even be playing tonight, but if you liked Steph Curry tonight and you wanted to go to his 30 points, like you might think he's going to get 30 points, but might not get 32 points, 33 points, you could change this line to 29.5 and go over that line. And they're going to alternate your payout based on your alternate line. So very interesting, a lot of flexibility. And they're also doing 100% deposit match up to $100. So use code RICHPICKS. Or use my code or my link in the description. That's a little bit easier. So code RICH for Sleeper, $500 deposit match. Code RICHPICKS for Chalkboard, $100 deposit match. And also Underdog as well, $100 deposit match over here as well. Underdog, obviously, an older one in this realm, but they're awesome. 3-man plays on Underdog are one of my favorite things to do. All right, so let's go to PrizePicks board though. Get these picks in here. Jalen Brunson is the one I wanted to go to. Again, his game's starting very soon, so I don't even know if you'll see this, but if you happen to see it very quickly, get this in 28 points, 28.5 points and rebounds. My favorite line, or one of my favorite lines from this game for sure, but one of my favorite lines on the day. Let's just show you real quick. Jalen Brunson. If you don't remember, early in the year, he torched the Bucks. This is showing up as 5 of the last 10 games on the last 10 games or whatever, 44% of the year. But again, the head-to-head, he literally scored 45 on these guys back in November, and he scored 44 on these guys back in January last year. Didn't get there against them back, a few weeks ago, but they did give up a decent amount of points. They give up a decent amount of rebounds, and it's definitely a good spot for him. So the odds are liking it as well. We'll go into this really quick. Again, I don't even know if you'll be able to see this, but I wanted to include it if you do. Jalen Brunson right here. Points and rebounds right here is his second best, 53.04% chance to hit. FanDuel's already got this at 29.5. All these other sports books are very much favoring it. -140 on BetMGM, -130 on Bovada. And yeah, it's looking really good. And then last but not least, our friends at RotoWire have a projection model, and they're liking it as well. So we saw that the odds are liking it. We saw that he's been doing well. The hit rate looks good. But the projection here looks like they like his PRA right there, 35.5 or 35.0. You could try to do that. But I'm liking the 28.5 points and rebounds. And they're projecting 29.5. So I really like the spot for Jalen Brunson. But again, if you don't see it, if it doesn't get out there, that's okay. You saw it in the Discord, though. This one's out in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, link in the description. All right, but let's get on to the next game here. Going to be going to Brandon Miller. Going up against the Nuggets, obviously a great defensive team altogether. Everyone's pretty much healthy on that team right now. So let's go to Brandon Miller. I'm just going to go to his 20.5 points and assists here, going under. Let's check him out on Outlier. Also, guys, if you're interested in any of these tools that I'm using throughout this video, Outlier is awesome. Again, you can see like how their interface just looks awesome. They have tons of data on top of everything. But they have a free trial. Hit my link in the description. free 7-day trial. So definitely try to take advantage of that. Let's go to his points and what we're doing. Assists, 20.5 points and assists right here. And we're showing it's actually at 19.5 over here. Again, we're getting it at 20.5. I can't even get that line up, but minus 120 to go over the 19.5. But again, the 20.5 we'll check out on OddsJam and RotoWire. But again, 6 of 10 games he's gone under this. This one would also be under. So it would be 7 of the last 10 games he's gone under this. In 2023 as a whole, obviously LaMelo being injured is the biggest thing here. So he's been out for the past 10 games or so, I want to say, maybe a little bit less. 10 games. So yeah, so again, 7 of 10 games he's gone under this, but the defense is really what I'm looking at here. Denver's a great defense, 5 fifth in terms of points allowed, 5th in terms of assists allowed. So Brandon Miller, it's going to be a tough spot for him. He has been, playing well. Obviously, he gets the ball a decent amount. Another line I was looking at for him is under 4.5 first quarter points. That one looks really good without LaMelo. Here we go. I'll probably be playing this one again, but 9 of the last 10 games, even without LaMelo. And again, tough defense against Denver. In terms of any other injury news, no one really out other than maybe Mark Williams, game time decision. He's a center, different position, so it shouldn't hurt him too much. But again, I really like this first quarter points one, but points and am I pulling up the points and rebounds or points and assists? We're looking at points and assists. I'm confusing myself here. Yeah, we're looking at the right thing. So yeah, I really like this spot for Brandon Miller. Let's check out the odds, see what other sports books are saying though. Let's go find him, Brandon Miller. And we're seeing that first quarter points thing popping up right there. Again, there's not a whole bunch of data. Not a ton of books have this line, but the books that do are on minus 135 odds. So definitely a solid spot for us. That's about the best pick you can get on PrizePicks, about minus 135 odds before it gets bumped or something like that. But you can see Brandon Miller's unders are popping up everywhere here. Really, points just in general. Looks like some other websites already have him at 16.5. But I'm liking points and assists. Everyone's really got him at 19.5. We're getting him at 20.5. So definitely a solid spot for him. Even at this 20.5 line, like we see Fliff has it at minus 120, so favored to go under 19.5 as well. So again, getting value here at 20.5. The last little data point we'll go to is RotoWire, though. Let's go to Brandon Miller. And we see all unders are pretty much popping up. 20.5 points and assists. That's what RotoWire is projecting to be the best under for him. And again, we just saw the odds. Everyone's on the 19.5. RotoWire is projecting 16.5. So definitely a good spot for him to go under. Tough defense against Denver, and maybe they just absolutely smack this team, and we don't even see Brandon Miller in the fourth quarter or something like that. That would be a positive as well. So Brandon Miller under, Jalen Brunson over. All these picks are going to be later in the day, just so you know. I'm not attacking the Celtics game, the Celtics-Clippers game. That's at like 3:30. So let's continue going on here, and we'll go to Coby White. Coby White's kind of been a cash cow lately, but I'm really just liking his 4.5 rebounds here. He's been rebounding the ball really well, going up against Cleveland. That doesn't typically give up a ton of rebounds when they're fully healthy, but they're not fully healthy. A ton of guys out. So let's go to Coby White. We'll go to his 4.5 rebounds. And we see he's gone over this in 8 of the last 10 games, but he's really gone over this. Like the 2 games he missed, he had 4. So definitely a solid spot. Again, Cleveland's not the best in terms of matchup. 11th is actually worse than I thought. Last year, I know they were really good defending the rebounds, just a defensive team in general. But yeah, this is, crazy value, minus 130 on the over. 8 of the last 10 games, he's gone over this. And without Mobley, without Donovan Mitchell, without not De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell's out, Mobley's out, and Darius Garland's out. So definitely a good spot for Coby White to kind of, play his best ball and go out and grab some rebounds. He could probably go over his PRA, bunch of ways you could attack Coby White. He's been a cash cow, like I said. But yeah, really liking this. Let's go to his fantasy optimizer on OddsJam. Also, this is another tool I use, guys. OddsJam is awesome. They look at odds throughout all different books, and you can kind of attack value from where sports books are setting their lines incorrectly or inefficiently. So OddsJam also has a 7-day free trial. Hit my link in the description for that. But let's go to Coby White. Go ahead and apply. And we see that, I assume it's 4.5 rebounds. Yeah, it's got to be up top. This is probably my favorite play of the day, guys. 4.5 boards. Coby White, 53.73% chance to hit. Minus 146 on FanDuel. Everyone else got this at minus 135, minus 137, minus 145. This one just looks really, really good. But get that last data point in here, see what RotoWire is projecting. Also, guys, hit my link in the description to get sent to RotoWire. This app is completely free right now. and it gives you a ton of data that you need to be successful. They give you pick'em sites, they give you sports books. They're checked, like if pick'em sites have them at 5.0, let's say, it might even tell you. So it looks like Sleeper has this up at 4.5, but it's favored to go over. Sports books we just saw have this at 4.5, but much favored to go over. FanDuel's got this a 56% chance to go over. And then obviously the RotoWire projection's the biggest thing on here. They're projecting 5.45. That makes sense to me. Hit rate looks really good as well. So Kobe White, definitely probably my favorite play of the day. Oh, well, there goes Jalen Brunson, but that doesn't matter. He was barely even in our picks. So that's fine. Kobe White, again, favorite pick of the day probably. Let's move along here, going to Shay GilAlexander. 41.5 points and assists. I'm going under here. Obviously, it's Shay going up against the Lakers, but it's just too high. Like I'd love to go over on every Shay line, but there's a peak. There's a point where his line gets too high, and the value comes to the under. So let's go to his line. He hasn't been hitting this line anyway, so let's just check him out, see where the odds are, see what he's been doing so far this year. So under 41.5, under in 8 of the last 10 games, guys, but also under in 20 of 25 games on the season. The Lakers are very middle of the road in terms of points allowed, assists allowed, and everything like that. Shay's listed as a shooting guard. No Giddey in this one, so maybe even more of a point guard, but you can see, like, this is why I don't love going to these stats over here unless it's really a center. I almost wish it was just guard, forward, and then center, just because, like, the point guard and the shooting guard, I don't know, just sometimes these guys, it's kind of positionless basketball at this point. But again, true centers, I do like to go to this stat. But overall, 15th, 19th, very middle of the road defense. And he's been going under this line against this team, against this the whole year. So really, really liking this Shay line. Again, even though it's an under on Shay, it's tough to do, tough to think about, but the odds are looking great, and he hasn't been hitting it. So let's go to Shay on the Odds Jam Fantasy Optimizer. Go ahead and apply that. And we're seeing that turnovers is popping up on an over. So you can look at that. Those are always, great options to look at. Rebounds and assists on the under. Look like everything on the under for Shay today. But then we do see points and assists, 51.86% chance to hit. FanDuel's already got this at 40.5. Everyone else has got this at minus 125, minus 133. Flip over at minus 135. So odds are liking it as well. Let's go to RotoWire, see what they're projecting for his line today. And we see Shay. Looks like they like his rebounds. Curious about that turnovers line. So they're projecting the less on the turnovers just because of the hit rate. But yeah, that one, looks solid as well. And then everything like that includes his points is on the under here. So his points and assist line is the best under for us. Or I guess his points line in general, 34. That's pretty high. But again, points and assists, they're projecting at 37.32 on a 41.5 line. So Shay looking really good on the under here. And then last but not least, let's get that last play in here. And go to Demontis Sabonis. I think his line is a little bit too low. He's a guy that I've gone on the under before, but 36.5 PRA. He can get triple doubles on any given night, if not less. We're going over on Demontis Sabonis. Let's check out his page, see what he's been doing, and then we'll check out the odds and whatnot. So Demontis Sabonis, over 36.5. He's been crushing this line, so kind of the opposite of the Shay line. He's been over this line in 8 of the last 10 games, so absolutely crushing it. And then 67% on the year. So another great, history bet here. Looking really good. But again, we don't just attack the history and what they've been doing lately. We go to the odds and we look at the matchup, which in this case, it's a horrible matchup. But no Karl-Anthony Towns, I think, is big for this one. It's not like Towns is the best defender in the league, but it's just not as big of a body down there. So he just kind of has to deal with Gobert down there rather than both of the Twin Towers. So hopefully Sabonis, can cook these guys. In the past, it's been very 50-50. They did play once this year, but again, fully healthy Minnesota team is a little bit different. And Sabonis went under there. So that's just, a good data point to look at. If that scares you off, it scares you off. But again, looking really good in terms of facing Gobert in the past. He has gone over this line, so it's not like Gobert shuts him down every single time. And the odds are on our side for this one as well. So let's go to Sabonis, check out his odds on Odds Jam. Sabonis, see where everyone else is setting that line. And we're getting the minus 119 fixed odds on PrizePicks. Let's see if my internet loads here. And while this is loading, we'll go to RotoWire, see what RotoWire is projecting. Sabonis, and they see right there, PRA 36.5, his top line on the day. We'll see the sportsbooks are almost 50-50 on this, but RotoWire projecting 39.72 or 7, I don't know what I'm saying, 39.29 on this one. So that would be much over the 36.5. So love to see this, positive projection. And then, like we saw, the hit rate looking really good. So Sabonis, PRA, 53% chance to hit as this finally loads. Everyone's got this, FanDuel's minus 122, but DraftKings minus 145 on Bovada. So everyone around, minus 125 or above is always great to see. So definitely attacking some value on that line. So those are the 4 picks I'm really liking today. Again, sorry about that Brunson play. I couldn't get a video out earlier. I've been traveling. I'm traveling again today. It's the Christmas holiday time. So, happy holidays to everyone. Hope everyone's, having a good time. Christmas only 2 days away. So super excited about that. But we keep ripping out content. Let's go over them really quick. Brandon Miller, under 20.5, tough matchup against Denver. Kobe White, been a cash cow, but 4.5 rebounds. This might be my favorite play of the day. Really liking that. Over. Shay GilAlexander, his line just got bumped too much, 41.5 points and assists. Taking the under on that. Look at his points as well, 34.0. Look at the under on that as well. Sabonis, over 36.5 PRA is the last one. So that will do it, guys. Hopefully we have success today. I'll try to do as much as I can in the Discord while, the next few days, especially if I'm, somehow am not able to get a video out. But I'm going to try my best to get a video out. We really do take one every single day, make one every single day. So we've been, grinding, continuing to grow. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. Any of my links in the description, let me know if you used them, and I'll try to get you a free week of the Discord Premium. So Discord is free, but if you want part of the Discord Premium, you can check that out. And again, if you use my sign up link or code on any of those, you'll get a free week on that as well. So hopefully make some money tonight, guys. Happy holidays to everyone, and peace out.